Hello, everyone, and Pokemon trainers and YouTube alike. It's me again, Risky Boots, and welcome back to my channel. And I got back from the gym today, and I noticed that we had some surprising updates. Well, I don't think it's too surprising considering how I think maybe today the new season starts. I think it's today or maybe tomorrow. I think Thursday, but very, very soon the new season will start. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow on the 4th. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. However, we're getting some new patch notes. I think this is very, very exciting because it's only been 2 weeks since the last patch. So something must have happened. I have not been playing Pokemon Unite as much as I used to, only because of just time restraints and also making YouTube videos and also, other personal endeavors. However, it is still near and dear to my heart, and this channel has, made a lot of content. So I am interested. So let's see. Also, I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Pocket, so and being frustrated with coin flips. So let's look at this patch. So we got a new patch today. So this patch is called Full Force Burst. Okay, interesting. And I like the art. It looks like this is for obviously someone. Looks like, I can guess that Greedent, Cinderace, and Sylveon and Lucario will be getting a buff. Okay. Lucario meta back. Yay. All right, so let's see. So this will go into effect on the 6th at 7 a.m. So probably to match with the Nintendo Switch 2 release. The Nintendo Switch 2 will also be on the 5th as well. So let's see. So updates, content. So let's see. So achievement missions for Alcremie have been added. Okay. Alcremie is coming out on the 12th, I'm pretty sure. Additional EXP gain from allied teams and opposing teams at different levels will no longer be obtained during the first minute of the match. So additional XP points gained from allied team and opposing teams difference can no longer be. Okay, so I guess if you KO someone really early game, this way you don't snowball too much. So I guess that's fair. So Fairy Festival is in the way. You can participate in earn rewards. Alcremie will be headed to Eos Island. We have some shop updates, event updates, and bug fixes. Okay. So first things first. Map adjustments. Rayquaza will increase Rayquaza's HP by 10%. Whoa, that is a big deal. That is a huge deal. The fact that they are buffing the big green man himself. This means it'll be harder. I like this though, because this gives people, there are games that I play where sometimes Rayquaza will come up and it will just be gone. It's 15 seconds and it's just gone. They just destroy Rayquaza. So I like that I think this is actually a good change, a good buff. This gives you time to actually get there to at least stop it. All right, so let's see. Zapdos also getting 10% HP. Wow, that's pretty big. Increase the durability of Zapdos and Rayquaza, aimed at lower the effectiveness of strategy that revolve around taking them out without engaging team fights. Exactly, that's exactly what I said. So people just burst these things down. They pick Decidueye. I mean, I do this too. Pick Decidueye, Razor Leaf, Duraludon, just Cinderace, and they just eat this thing away and it's gone. However, this adjustment will still allow for those strategies to remain a viable option if the game's tactical framework. So they're not saying, so what they're pretty much saying is hey, this may be happening too often. However, if you want to just burst down Rayquaza, or burst down Zapdos, we need you to plan for it. Experience system. Ooh, the first minute of battle, bonus experience based on the average team's level difference will not be granted. So this is the comeback experiences, as there's a team higher than another team or whatever. If you kill someone or some people snowball, that's kind of bounce the game. And so for the first minute, that is not a thing. In Unite battle, there's a significant level gap between teams, and trailing teams usually receive more experience points to prevent one-sided games. However, this bonus was being exploited in the early stage of the game when no team had actually been falling behind. So no one had been falling behind, okay? Leading to more experience being gained than intended. This adjustment disables the bonus experience for the first minute to ensure a fair early game. So pretty much okay. So pretty much what happened was there was some additional EXP that people were getting based off some early game KOs, and they don't want people to snowball. The only thing I think about this is pretty much UKO their UKO okay, so example, let me play this out of my head. So there are two Pokemon on both sides, right? you KO their team and you get an experience buff, right? So then their jungler comes down and they just 3-way gank you in the first 4 minutes, whatever, and they get a bunch of XP. Like they get like 1.5, I think, based off your one. Because it's like a revenge kill, and also like it's more experience. You have more experience and more levels than they do. So they get like a super jump, making it difficult for you to come back. And so I think also this encourages junglers like to kind of rotate and not just camp somewhere else for the first 1 minute, which is pretty cool. But then again, it's only 1 minute. It's only 1 minute, but it does stop, it does deter people from just like camping out in the early game. Lucario's getting buffs. What? Some people forgot about this Pokemon. Lucario's steadfast ability. So steadfast is when his HP gets low, he gets a shield. So bone rush. Oh, so steadfast gets 60% to 45 seconds. Okay. I mean, that's not really a big thing. It just means that Tinkaton can counter him. Bone rush, increased damage from 33 to 38. Okay. And cooldown decrease. I like bone rush. Bone rush is the one that lets you like mark people, so that way you can like teleport a lot. Close combat healing by 15%. That's really good. And let's see, the cost for his Aura Cannon has been decreased by 10%. So it's a little bit faster now. So Lucario often struggles with slightly insignificant durability and attack power, which is true. By reducing the cooldown of Steadfast, it can join repeat engagements more effectively. Bone Rush's damage and cooldown have been improved for faster attack and escape. Close combat healing has also been enhanced for better support Lucario's fighting style. Okay. Yeah, Lucario needed some buffs because I think the early Pokemon kind of struggle because these new Pokemon have like just this library of passive, and Lucario's passive is just when my life gets low, I get a shield. And in the past, Lucario had his shield could stack on other shields, but now they changed the game where you can't stack shields. Like what is it? Like Assault Vest only stops like special attack, and you could like do what is it called? Score shield that could stack on Lucario Steadfast, but you can't do it anymore. That was like in the early game, first year. And that's when Lucario was just going crazy. It was like the meta was like 2 Lucarios in the top lane and everyone else in the bottom lane. So Galleon Rapidash. This Pokemon came out in January and has been struggling to find its place. This Pokemon needs so much help. So let's see. So shield increase, okay, by 25%. Fairy Wind. Base damage increased by 45%. Max damage decrease by 7%. Okay, so Fairy Wind. I think this. I don't even know which one's Fairy Wind, to be honest. I have no idea. Let's see. Fairy Wind. So Pastel Veil's amount has been increased to boost Rapidash defensive capabilities in a hit and run strategies. That's kind of what Rapidash does, hit and run. Fairy Wind damage has also been increased. I don't know which one's Fairy Wind. I'm gonna be honest. I have to look this up. I have no idea which one's Fairy Wind. But hey, I mean, that just kind of goes to show it may be like the jump one that people don't use, but it may be the Gallop one where he can like leap twice, but no one used it because it's not good. Cinderace. Cinderace gets an increase in health, okay? From 5,399 to 6,000. Okay. And also the animation on Power Ball has been shortened. The HP has been a bluster to Cinderace's resilience in late game fights. Power Ball's attack motion has been shortened to reduce the vulnerability during its use. So I feel like Cinderace gets all these buffs. I don't see why we're boosting Cinderace's like tankiness. I mean, he has one of the best like CCs in the game, able to not only increase his attack speed, also guarantee a critical hit, but also displace your opponent and kind of shift them as you want to. Greedent. These are Pokemon that we just forgot about. Greedent. His defense has been increased from 433 to 540. Special defense increase from 360 to 460. Okay. Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed will now resume shooting seeds if the move is interrupted by a hindrance, as long as button being held down. Was it not doing that? Did they stop that? So, before, like, I mean, I could have swore that was a thing. Like, I don't play enough Greedent because Greedent is, I'm more team focused. So Greedent, as you like shoot like the seeds out of his mouth, as far as I knew, you could keep doing this. If you're CC'd or stunned, you can still shoot the seeds, but I guess they took it out and they put it back in. All right, so Greedent also belch. The attack animation shortened Oh, okay, so it goes off a little bit faster. That's really good. So faster casting, that's great. And damage increased by 12%. That is great. That is great. Belly flop. So the duration of the throw, oh, that's awesome, is from half a second to a full second. So these adjustments focus on providing ingredients durability and move usability. Bullet Seed can now resume if interrupted. Belch animation has made faster for easier hits and balanced by reducing damage. Oh, I got a damage decrease by 12. Okay, so there is a delay when he does the belch. It's like a pop. So yeah, so they lower. Okay, so they kept this in mind. They didn't just buff him out the wazoo. Even though it says buff, it's not the biggest buff. Sylveon, once again, just this monster health going from, oh, not that much. They just changed by 200. So going from 7,148 to 7,350. So this is about 202 HP. Okay. So Draining Kiss, movement speed reduction. Why are we having so many movement speed reductions? So the movement speed reduction is changed from 30 to 35. So you get a stronger speed reduction. And Mystical Fire, damage from subsequent hits, 12% increase. That is awesome. That is a big buff for Sylveon. Sylveon began as a close range attacker and is slightly too frail. That is true. His HP has been boosted, and Draining Kiss movement speed has debuff adjusted for better spacing. Mystical Fire damage has also been increased. Okay, so Sylveon's going to be busted. That is going to be great. Let's see. So Mew. All right. So Mew. Mew's just a high feeling character. Like, when there's a meta, there's a Mew. I mean, Mew's. Yeah, you don't really see too many Mews around because people don't really know how to play Mew. So let's see. So Electro Ball base damage. So even through light screen, it gets a 5% increase. Electro Ball is crazy early game. Bonus damage, 9% of. Oh, so if 9% of HP is lost, so now it's going to do a total of 9.5% of HP that's lost. So Electro Ball is an XQ move. So the more HP you're missing, the stronger it gets. And so before it was for every 9% health that you're missing, now it's every 9.5%. So the overall damage is increased. All right, Solar Beam, damage increased by 5%. Okay, Surf, damage increased by 5%. Okay, so all around just buffs. It says, after a long slump in win rate, Mew's overall damage has been increased to help it shine again. Okay. Yes, Umbreon nerf. Oh my gosh, Umbreon this Pokemon is just always good. Whoa. I just took a glance and that is crazy. Okay, let's go through it. So first of all, defense stats. So defense is increased from 500 to 560. Special defense has been increased from 400 to 450. Foul play damage decreased by 10%. And right here, they have changed its Unite move from the shield absorption from 100% of all shields to 50% of all shields. So Moonlight's Prance full shield absorption was too effective against shield dependent Pokemon, limiting draft variety. Yes, it is one like it just shuts down so many Pokemon. The absorption rate has been reduced. So, but Umbreon's durability has been improved to maintain balance. So they increase this Pokemon defense and they say you get half of it. Wow. Oh yes, Suicune needs every single nerf that it can get. Like this Pokemon should not exist in the game. I hate Suicune. So Suicune gets a nerf. So its ability, pressure, the freeze duration is been decreased to 1 second. Why do we have everything in his kit is a stun? Whirlpool, the speed reduction has been decreased from 30 to 20. Yes, okay. Cooldown for Ice Beam. Once again, it has a higher cooldown from 7 seconds, 7.5 seconds. Suicune's ability to frequently freeze opponents during team fights was too strong. Yes, because you made this Pokemon dumb. These changed to reduce its overall hindrance power. No, it's still dumb. It's still dumb. It's a dumb Pokemon. This thing is dumb. This Pokemon is not an all-arounder. It doesn't do anything but just CC people in a large area. Like the game isn't big enough for it to be doing what it does. Even its ult is just a freeze. Like it's just dumb. As a Pokemon of the North Wind, a pure water type, this kit doesn't make any sense. Volt Tackle decrease So Pikachu, no one cares about Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle's high high damage along with its high hindrance was so effective, it has been nerfed. So what this doesn't even matter because Pikachu's Volt Tackle will just keep someone in the air for everyone else to mess it up, and then Pikachu will just run off. I had this happen to me the other day where like a Pikachu Volt Tackle me, and Pikachu gets increased movement speed after Volt Tackle, and it just ran away, and his teammate just destroyed me. It doesn't really, it's just there to hold you down until everyone else gets there anyway. Hoopa, like a nerf. Hoopa, movement speed, trick movement speed has been decreased. So the movement speed increase has been decreased. So now the movement speed from trick is gone from 50 to 40. Shadow Ball's damage has been decreased to 10% by 10%. Hoopa's high win rate when combining trick and Shadow Ball has led to some to adjustments in both. Okay, that's fair. Psychic. Psyduck has gotten a nerf. So Psychic, so the stun is lower. Absolutely. Why do we have stun on Psyduck? And also Surf. Surf is in cooldown has been increased. Psyduck's hindrance was too high. So the stun on Psychic has been shortened and Surf's cooldown has been increased. So yes, very, very strong Pokemon. Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. Wow, a nerf. The Side Strike, the throw duration. So it's now 6 seconds. The throw duration has been reduced to limit its impact. Okay, that's fair. Snorlax, Yarn. The sleep duration was 3 seconds? Why? This adjustment has been effective for Yarn to stall under goals. Okay, so yeah, he would just Yarn people and just score on the goal. So Yarn has been decreased from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds, which Snorlax is still probably one of the best defenders in the game. All right, so now we just have changes. All right, so it says the camera now zooms out while aiming, making it easier to track the battlefield when sniping. So Inteleon will get a special camera when he is shooting his snipe shot. So yeah, let's see effective item adjustments right here. So Amulet Coin added a 20-second cooldown to the energy game effect. So Amulet Coin has been really, really good with the amount of energy gain. So Amulet Coin, let's see what it says. So Amulet Coin is a unique held item that increases the L's energy gain from KO and Wild Pokemon. However, when used with certain Pokemon or strategies, it has enabled players to repeatedly score large amounts of energy in early in matches, which has led to more one-sided games than anticipated. To address this, 20-second cooldown has been added to the energy gain effect to reduce the overall amount of L's energy that can be collected. We anticipate the new strategies will evolve specifically for this item may continue to significantly impact win rates. We'll continue to monitor these trends closely. So yeah, so it looks like people were just kind of scoring a lot with the Amulet Coin, which that's what it's designed to do. All right, overall bug fixes. Fixed issues with Decidueye's Leaf Storm could move Raichu's planted Electro Ball. Okay. Fixed issues where Meowscarada couldn't use a second move during double team during Darkrai Unite move. Okay. Fixed issues where Meowscarada's Overgrowth didn't activate properly in Darkrai Unite move. Okay. Fixed issues where Snorlax Unite move collision would occur inside Darkrai's Unite move area. Okay. So this means when Darkrai was like doing his cage fighting match, Snorlax's ult could kind of like penetrate into that. Look at Snorlax breaking the fourth wall. All right, fixed issue. Suicune's pressure wouldn't show KO threshold when the teammate Pokemon when it froze an opponent. And then also, let's see, Psyduck's Bulb Beam does not spawn the foam on troopers. Oh, this must be for the troopers are for Palinks. And let's see, fixed Psyduck's head edge gauge where it does not increase when bound. Okay. Overall, pretty good. I mean, these are good nerfs. Any like Suicune has been nerfed like 3 times in a row. Thank God. I'm so excited for some Umbreon nerfs. Umbreon his kit is just strong. The Pokemon is just strong. I'm excited to see. Well, I'm a little asterisk about Mew, but I'm excited. Sylveon, I'm so happy for these buffs. I love playing Sylveon. I used to love playing Sylveon. Greedent, I mean, I wouldn't really call this a buff. I would say like this is more quality of life. Cinderace, quality of life. Rapidash, I have no idea what Fairy Wind is. Can someone let me know in the comments? I have no idea which build this is. And probably the winner of this patch is Lucario. So Lucario actually got some really good buffs, increasing his close combat healing, increasing the bone rush and damage, and also decreasing the cooldown. Because bone rush can also reset as well. So this will be really good for Lucario players. And also the new strategies that will come from, you know, Rayquaza and Zapdos. So this is all good. I can't complain about any of this. This is all good. So yeah, overall, I think this is a good patch. But I don't know. Well, I mean, I know what I think, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Aos Island. Bye.